Music is literally my everything. I'm literally playing a song over and over right now to flex on someone in a group chat over listening music, like minutes on a song. Right now, I'm number 3, I think, in the world listening of this song right now with like 6,000 minutes. What's really cool about this was I went to MGK's concert literally like 2 weeks after the whole thing went down. And I was like, I had this whole sign and everything. It was like, you saved my life 2 weeks ago today, because it was another one of the songs that came on that made me finally like reach out for help. And I feel like without music, I wouldn't have been so okay now. Like, music has honestly carried me throughout a lot of moments.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 8. We have a very special guest, a drug lord, Jayden Luangkhot. Jayden
That might be the worst pronunciation of my last name I've ever heard.
Well, how do you pronounce your last name?
Shit.
Wait, can I guess?
Are we taking
Go ahead,
this?
It's just Luangkhot, right?
No.
No? Wait,
Luangkhot.
how do you spell
The
it?
A is like silent.
Wait.
Luangkhot.
It's like Luangkhot.
Luangkhot?
Luangkhot.
Luangkhot. Okay.
Jayden Luangkhot. Luangkhot.
Yeah.
Luangkhot.
Are we taking this?
Anyway, Jayden.
Yeah!
Jayden is here with us today. We went and just picked him up, but your car was on a tow truck.
Okay. 10:30 at night. I'm like, bro, I want a waffle and I want to smoke.
Okay.
So I go over to my friend's house. I pick her up and we go off to Waffle House to smoke. We're smoking. Then all of a sudden my car started smoking too. And I'm like, I don't think this is supposed to be happening. Then it sounded like my car was just like pissing everywhere. We look at my window, my coolant's all in like a big puddle in the parking lot, just flowing down. So I had
You have this thing on full AC?
No, we were hotboxing, so it was off. Exactly. No, so I looked at it last night, but I was high as fuck.
Okay.
And I just had my phone flashlight, so I couldn't see. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So I had to leave my car there overnight. Then when we went there this morning, I looked up like, oh yeah, that pipe just clean snapped off. So all the coolant wasn't going to my car, to my engine. It was going outside the engine, getting burned off and releasing toxic fumes in the air. So, sorry, urban environmentalist, but like, shit.
The car was just disappointed that he couldn't join you hotboxing.
Oh, I'm saying.
Could you go and smoke those fumes and get a good high?
That would definitely kill you.
It would kill you. It would not get you high.
It's worth a shot.
Nah, because we were trying to fix it one day, and like it was like really fuming up. My dad's like, when my dad went to the back, so I'm like, oh, I'm trying to look where it comes from. So I stick my head in for like 5 seconds. I go out, and I'm just like, and I go into my yard just like coughing and like spitting it up. Like, oh my god, it smelled horrible. But yeah, my car broke down. Had to drop my whole last paycheck to get a new part for it, and hopefully fixing it before I go to work today.
Yeah, that was an interesting text. I was waiting for you to be like, yo, I can't go today. No, my car's broken down. I need a ride.
Yeah, my car's like we just fixed it too, like a couple months ago. Then another part broke in it. So I'm like, cool.
Funny. Well, Jayden's here to not only talk with us, but he has some stories to share about his life and what's been going on. I'll really leave this up to you, Jayden, where you want to go with this. We have some notes, but I know you have some notes as well. Let's start us off. What topic you want to go over?
Myself as a person, because like no one really knows who I am, but like very few people. Me as a person, I'd say I'm the type of person who like I'll first meet you, I'll like do some jokes, maybe like take the shit out of you, but like if you like can handle that and like can like put it back out, I will like do almost anything for you as like a brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like anything?
I haven't said no yet.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I know that there's been lots of stuff that's gone on in these. What, you're 17 or 18?
Yeah.
18?
I'm 18 now.
18 years of life. Let's actually start at the beginning. I know that your parents are immigrants.
Yes.
What is it like being a son of an immigrant in the U.S.?
When you're below the age of 12, you have to watch out on every little thing you do.
In what way?
because like if at school maybe you don't get that A, you're either getting beaten or you're losing stuff.
Oh, okay, they take
I
it
never
very
lost
seriously.
my stuff.
That's good. You were a good student.
No,
No.
I was up there, but I wasn't quite the straight A. I was like a
Okay.
couple A's, some B's, and then it all went downhill.
And
But-
you didn't lose stuff.
No, I didn't lose stuff.
How'd you manage that?
Beaten.
Yeah, but but nowadays they're not very up to times with all the stuff that's going on, like with all the LGBTQ, all the pronoun stuff, then like mental health. So they don't really understand how that works, which makes it kind of rough.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, it's not really different from having like a normal parent. It's just like it's mostly that language barrier that makes it different.
Did your parents, were they the ones that came over?
Yes,
Okay, so
My
they're
dad
first generation.
came here. I think either late 70s, early 80s.
Okay.
Which explains a lot on why of my drug tendency, because my dad came in the 80s, so he was like around when all like the meth and heroin and all that was like everywhere.
Did your parents have problems with that, or?
My dad, he didn't have a problem with it. He would do it out with his buddies, but he never got hooked.
Okay.
Which I'm thankful for.
Yeah, that's good.
My mom never did it. She came a lot later. She came, I think a couple months before 9/11 happened. So that really caused like a concern, like, oh, is she gonna be able to stay here with all that going on? Everyone was like, oh, kick all the immigrants out at the time. So that was scary.
Had they met prior to then?
Yes, my dad went back to Laos. So he came here, he went back like 2000 to go visit family and whatnot, and he met my mom there.
Oh, okay. So
And
he met your
brought her
mom.
back here with him.
Got it. So he came here in the 80s.
Yeah.
Was here for a good 20 years.
Yeah.
Then went back, met family.
Yeah.
And then met his now wife.
Yeah.
Your mom. Moved back.
Yeah.
And then you were born, what, 2004?
2004. Yeah.
Four. All right. That's cool. So Laos, you said?
Yeah,
I don't even know
Laos.
where that's at on a map.
You're gonna look like it's literally I say it's like literally right between Thailand and Vietnam. I call it the ass crack of Asia because it's literally in between like
Okay.
two of the well-known countries.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone knows Vietnam because they're like trees and shit, and everyone knows Thailand because Bangkok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but everyone knows that. No one knows Laos. I'm like, yeah, it's just right in between those two places.
What do you know the background on why they wanted to get out of there?
Yeah, I've been told a lot of different things. I think it was just like it's a better more opportunities here for us growing up rather than me being there growing up in the same position.
So they purposely came here to have a kid?
They personally came here to have a better life because it's slowly like China's taking over all of Asia, honestly, like slowly, and they already have their grips on Laos. So me growing up there probably wouldn't have been much different, like lifestyle wise, but growing up it would have been harder.
Yeah. Have you gone back and
I
have you visited there?
back in 7th grade. It was like all of April. I went down there for a month.
What was that like?
Hot, humid.
Yeah.
It was like always over 100 there every day, like 90% humidity. It was awful.
Wow.
But it was great seeing my grandparents who I've never seen in person before, seeing all that family. And it was really peaceful because they have like this big farm up in the mountains, and they have
that's cool.
water buffaloes and all that stuff. So it's really cool.
Was that pretty surreal knowing that you've never seen these people before?
It was crazy because I'd be like FaceTime and Skype call, but I've never like seen them face to face. So like seeing them there, it kind of felt weird. Seeing my grandparents for the first time, it also felt good knowing that I've seen them at least once in my lifetime.
How's
we really go back?
How's the food down there?
Oh my god, everything is so cheap and it's so good.
Yeah.
You just have to watch out because sanitary isn't really a thing there.
The FDA isn't in.
Like the lobby, there's like bugs going around and whatnot, but like the actual kitchen, they make sure there's like nothing in the food. But like other than that, if it's not going in the food, they don't really.
Did you
touch
get
it.
sick from any of that since you weren't used to
So
it?
the water in Laos, it's very likely to give you like stomach runs if you don't have it growing up because it's like different something. So you got to take some sort of pills before. It's supposed to help alleviate it. But we always try to stay away from like ice and like water. We always went for like water bottles and stuff that went through factories and whatnot. But then me and my brother forgot about that one day, and we got smoothies with ice.
Oh.
So yeah,
That was probably so easy to overlook.
it is because I completely forgot about it. I'm like, oh, it's just a smoothie.
Yeah.
No, I was fine because I guess since I was bigger and then I didn't finish with me, they didn't have as much ice. It just gave me a little bit of the runs. But my brother, he got it bad.
How old is your brother?
Right now, he is 12. He's 12 now. He turns 13 in November. But
Okay.
at the
So he was
time,
pretty young.
He was like
right?
6 or 7
Yeah.
when he did it. And I was like 13, 14.
Mm-hmm.
No, but he could not hold it in. It was literally like flowing out of him.
Like diarrhea?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And like
Forgive
he,
you.
like no, we were stuck in the Korean airport because we took connecting flights. There's no flight straight from America to Laos.
Mm-hmm.
So we go to Korea, have like a 12-hour layover there.
Mm-hmm.
But we kind of need to rush it because my brother is shitting himself. But so we had in the airport, we had to go look for stores that sold like diapers, like kid diapers.
That's crazy.
And you had to wear a diaper. You had to get carried around. And I'm just there laughing my ass off at him.
Oh, yeah, you're 6 years old. That's way past diapers.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, you shitting yourself, man. No,
But it's crazy how like if you're just from America and you go to another country, like
there's so many things that can fuck you up so fast,
Yeah.
and you don't even like think about it.
You said language barrier. Since it's between those countries, do they speak Vietnamese or
The funny thing
Korean?
is, little bits of each language all go together.
We're getting a phone call.
Getting
I think
phone
that's
call.
a timer for me to go to my interview.
I apologize
Oh, good.
on behalf of Nathan.
Sorry, guys.
I don't even remember. Oh, language barrier. What language do they speak?
So funny thing is about they speak Laos,
Mm.
but with Thai and Vietnamese all being so close, and people always like the barrier control is literally like nothing.
Is it that much different from the two?
No,
It's like a combination of them.
it's just like there's little bits of this, little bits of that. and, Like each one, like they correlate.
Have you picked that up? Do you know how to
I
speak
can
it?
I can speak. I can do like hellos and stuff and whatnot, and like basically like very simple answers.
Mhm.
But like I can understand the most of what they're saying, but I can't really speak it back.
Because wait, Thai is a language,
Thai,
right?
yes, Thai's language, yes.
And Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's like Vietnam Thai.
Thaianese. Thaianese.
Thaianese.
Thaianese.
I mean,
Lao.
Laos.
Lauvanese.
I don't.
Laosanese. I.
Anyways,
Limonene. I don't know.
so you
Okay.
said your dad came over here in like the 80s.
Yeah.
How old was he?
Maybe mid 30s, late 40s.
Okay, so how old's your dad?
Right now, shit.
It'd be like 80. 70.
But not that. I know he might be 70, 71. All I remember, only birthday I remember is when he turned 69.
Was that recently or
Why-
like?
I think that it was recent.
If he's 71, that was
Why
2
is that
years ago.
such?
You know why that number's taken out.
Wait,
Okay.
yeah, but like, did something special happen on that day?
No, just he turned 69.
He just laughed a little harder that
Yeah.
year, so he remembered
I
it.
just enjoyed that birthday.
It was.
Alright, and so what's your relationship in like with having an older dad?
I don't. Honestly, the past couple of years, I've talked to my dad like the minimal need because I've been going through like stuff where he wouldn't understand and I know he wouldn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wouldn't talk to him. And then like he wouldn't have anything he needed to talk to me about because he stopped really being on me about school and stuff like that.
'Cause how old is your mom? Is she like
Mid-40s?
significantly
Mid-40s,
younger?
mid-40s,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
That's 30 years.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Alex.
Hey yo! What was that? Oh, Flemings, man.
I didn't say anything.
I saw the look in your eyes.
I did not say
Same
anything.
look you give me.
I didn't say anything.
We're not gonna go into that.
There's nothing to go into.
Yeah. Alex, there's nothing
Quite
to go
literally.
into. Wink.
Well,
Oh, okay. Where were we? All right. So, I know that you wanted to also be on here because you saw our Gavin
Yes,
Scholzen
Gavin,
episode.
I just watched. I remember watching it. I was like, damn, He's talking about some real deep shit
Mm-hmm.
that I've never had the ability to talk to anyone else about that.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's about time to be able to talk about it
Mm-hmm.
and just getting it out there.
Exactly. Because I know you also were friends with him.
Yeah.
What kind of impact did he have on you? What was it like him going through this similar things as well?
So it was back in middle school when we were tight. He'd come over, we'd go to Target, and we'd hang out, play Fortnite, all that middle school stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think 8th grade summer, I just didn't really see him, didn't really have any contact with him. So I kind of lost what was going on, but I'd see some stuff every now and then get posted on his Instagram whenever he would, and I'd be like, damn, we really went through some of the same shit, but with very different people and support systems.
Yeah. So when you said middle school was the last time, were you still friends with him when he went through all of the changing stuff in sophomore year? He left, he dropped out.
No, I have not. That's the one I haven't heard anything from him since, but what he posted on Instagram and whatnot since
Sophomore
year.
Okay.
It was the end of freshman year, right?
So when he
wait,
left,
no,
It was whenever he left, I just lost all contact.
Okay.
In middle school, we were tight. Then high school, just lost everything.
Because it was a very slow, slow boiling, terms.
Transition.
Yeah, it slowly built up more and more
Yeah.
over through Gavin. So I wondered what it was like being from a friend on the outside of Gavin, what that was like.
See him go through that, because I know, we'd always have talks about, what it would be like if we did it. If we started getting into the harder stuff and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And all I remember is that he said he would try it and something similar to that. And then, that's the last conversation we had about it before I even talked to him. So, never found out he actually, went through with it as well until later on.
Okay. So seeing that episode as well was news to you.
Yeah. It was news to some new stuff. I knew he did some things and, other stuff. I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I also talked to your friend Michael.
Michael.
That boy.
Michael. Big nose.
Big nose Michael, apparently.
The Egyptian, bro?
Huh?
The Egyptian?
Yeah.
He's
Nice.
Egyptian.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Well, anyway, I asked him what it was like being friends with you and all that. He said you guys bonded a lot over video games and nerdy shit, quote.
Oh, hella nerdy shit.
What kind of video games are you into?
Oh, right now I'm getting back into Valorant. I've been on and off in that game a lot, but I've been playing so much more now. Then Overwatch a little bit, but it was mostly Valorant, playing that with him. Ever since that game came out, me and him would always be on playing. Especially when it was all online school.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him are all over that. And then sometimes if he'd pick out an anime to watch, I'd join in sometimes and all that stuff. That's how we really connected, was back in 8th grade when he first transferred back into here, just talking about Fortnite. That's really how it started off.
Dude, I used to play Valorant. I used to go hard on that game.
I know, I remember. You told me to add you one day and you never played with me.
You don't understand the amount of hours I put in that game in such a short time frame.
You don't understand how much money I put into that game. You want to know?
I do want to know.
I haven't checked recently. The last time I checked, it was around $972.
Around
On skins and
$972.
stuff.
Yeah, I have a cool knife that spins and shit. It sounds so stupid to talk about it, but just looking at it.
Fidget spinner.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Imagine if you had spent that on fixing your car, though.
This was way before I even had a car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You you also mentioned you were on the esports team at the school.
Oh my god, yeah.
In the
Esports
first
club.
year at Blue Valley West.
The first
they had
year, not even
esports.
year, first semester of it, because it wasn't there till second semester.
Oh yeah.
We got a team set up we had 4 teams for Overwatch 2. One made it really deep in the playoffs. The Overwatch team won. This was me, Nathan Binstock, Ethan Boy, Caroline Ashner, and Nick Aponte.
Oh yeah.
I forgot Christopher had a sister.
Yeah. She was recommended to me by Miss Murdoch.
Really?
She's like, you should get Caroline. She likes that game. I'm like, okay.
How big was that team? How many people were in the esports? It's a club or a sport?
It's a club.
Okay.
It's a club with teams.
Yeah. You like
group.
play,
Yeah.
but it's not like a sanctioned
So
sport.
the roster limit is technically 11 people. We had extra people because we didn't have a finalized roster until like a week before playoffs. Because when we like had people like coming in, testing out, and all that stuff, because we had like no time to really do full like team sessions. But once we got it finalized, we started getting like maybe very little practice. There was never any team practice since it was like such a short time to get it done. So everyone would like play their like pub games and like get into it and get their practice in before. But we never actually like had a full team set stands, had like plays, and had like the communication. But for what we had, we got pretty far in Overwatch.
That's pretty interesting because like, video games are video games. You like play them for fun, but when it becomes a sport, there's a lot more strategy that goes into
when
this
it becomes
stuff.
real, there's so much more energy and like. I've played competitive sports when I was a child, and it's like the same thing. Like you want to win, you want to be able to hold that trophy in your hand and all that.
What is it like playing on a competitive video game team? Because like you'd play with the boys, you'd play
You'd play
a game
around, all that, yeah.
and you'd be really good.
Yeah.
You'd be really good at these games, but when at this competitive level, everyone's good, so you have to work as a team and all that.
You have to cut out all the minor mistakes. Like maybe you miss a shot by like a couple inches or centimeters of bad timing. That loses you the fight, and you guys lose the game.
Do you guys? What does strategizing look like in an esports team?
It depends on the game. For instance, Overwatch, it's like who's playing who, timing of your abilities, positioning, when to push in, when to pull out, getting picks, when to back up. It's all literally just timing, communication for that, because being able to understand what your teammates thinking and like knowing what they're gonna do instead of them having to say it, just getting better is like reading people is a lot better. Helps that out.
Did you guys go over that beforehand, or was it just like you guys just played a lot and then
we just played
when
a lot
mistakes were made, you'd adjust?
Yeah, so we just played a lot, like on our own, or like with one other person. We never like played 5-on-5 like scrim very much. We had like one or two maybe, but whenever we played, it was very similar, just playing a competitive match that anyone could queue into. It's like everyone's going this person and like all that stuff, and it just depended on the literal player themselves, like how well they were able to use the mechanics.
And so y'all were just set up like at your own houses?
Yeah, we were
like,
all at our own
Discord?
houses on Discord. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Huh. Did you ever sit down in person with the team and be like, all right, you're gonna do this guy and you're gonna go here like a war map?
No, but I really wanted to. We make it sound so cringe though.
That's sick, dude.
No,
Dude,
yeah.
that's what-
I've always wanted to be in like that dark room with that one light,
one
mapping
light.
out what's gonna go on in
That's
this
what
world.
Hayden
That's like a
and his
bank heist.
friends. My older brother Hayden and his friends, they get together all the time to like game and stuff, and they'll all take all their stuff to one person's house,
Yep.
and then they'll
Like
set
the
up
computers and
yeah,
everything?
Yeah, like
they'll
the
set up
LAN
chairs and stuff,
Yeah.
and everybody gets to an outlet,
Mhm.
and like I went over to Kelly's house one time, and they were all at Ryan's, right? They were all over there because Ryan and Hayden are friends. It's Kelly's older brother. And there was like 5 guys over there. So I walk into the basement because we're doing like some experiment. It was for her podcast. It was like a chaos experiment or something. And then and then I walk down there, and there's just over by her ping pong table, just like 5 desks, full monitors, full PC.
No, I've had one. I didn't have quite that many people, but I've had like a couple of friends come over with their setups to my place, and we'd do a LAN setup. Because it's just like, like you can always spectate from your point of view in your room, but like being able to like get out of your chair and watch them from behind them just brings a whole another experience to it. Like you can see them as they're doing it.
And you have enough internet to do that?
Google Fiber, man.
Dude,
Google Fiber.
Gig down.
We're supposed to have that installed today or something.
Good.
I don't know.
I've had it.
There's
I've had it literally
nothing
the
here.
second it was available in our area. I said, Dad, cancel our internet. We're getting this right now.
Yeah, me too. That took 3 years to get that.
These
get
two,
here.
Jaden,
Yeah.
these two have some of the worst. Is yours better now?
Mine's better.
Okay.
Mine sucks.
Braden has the worst Wi-Fi I've ever seen in my life.
I know. We used to play, and all of a sudden he'd be like lagging and disconnecting. I'm like, bro.
Mm-hmm. Literally on Discord with him like a week ago, and I couldn't hear half the words he said.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Google Fiber, having that gig up and down is more than enough for like at least 3 computers.
Okay, so you said also it's better to like be in person doing all that. Do you guys strategize on how to hold the mouse and keyboard and shit?
It's preference.
It is preference.
So like, for me,
Well, like for people who are new to it.
it's just like however you'll get
Do you
comfortable.
play with more arm or more wrist?
I am more wrist.
Okay, so am I.
Because I used to, literally, the mouse pad I used to use is like the size of your computer. Like, that's how much mouse room I had. So I had to be able to move around the whole screen.
You don't have one of those full desk mouse
I do
pads?
now, but I
Okay,
used to have one of those. So I'd like have the, like, hold it and like move around like this, like any like movement.
That's what I'll do, and then I'll put my keyboard like way away. So
I have it about level, but I have my keyboard like slanted.
I play
so
with
it's
my
like this way.
sensitivity so low. I need the full.
Oh no, I play high sense.
Alex has like the minimum sensitivity. I've seen it before. Like to turn around, he goes.
The turn around for me is like.
I can't. I quite literally can't make a full 360 without having to pick up my mouse and move it.
Oh no, I cannot. I used to have it where the tiniest movement I could like spin around. Like those were back in the Minecraft days, bro.
You gotta have high sense on Minecraft.
Yeah,
bro.
You gotta loot them chests fast.
Yeah. Gotta crank out those buildings.
My Minecraft sense is a little higher.
Dude, trying to chop down one of those 2x2 fucking spruce trees,
Oh
you
my
gotta have
gosh.
high sense, man.
Yeah, you gotta go bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
It's literally just like the muscle memory of just like of just going all through all the motions. So like changing, I wanted to go to a lower sense. Just having like those 5 years prior of like muscle memory made it so it like wasn't possible at all.
Mm-hmm.
So the esports team, was that only Valorant or was that Overwatch?
It was so.
How many different games did
Was
they
it
play?
Rocket League?
There was Rocket League, but we didn't have a set team at the time to go into the season.
Dude, we should have got Charlie on that.
I announced at one of the assemblies, I announced the Rocket League team did something.
I know, but it wasn't the season. That was between Blue Valley schools. That was something only Blue Valley schools.
What about the Minecraft? There's a Minecraft team.
It wasn't a team. It's solo PvP. So each person is their own, like each representative from the school. I cannot remember for the name of the guy who did it, but he was.
I announced it. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was one of the twins. I think it was Julian. Maybe if I got that wrong, oops. But you know who you are. You did good. You did good.
RGB, whatever it's called.
Nah, but Valorant.
What's that?
What?
What's that thing in Minecraft when you like jump off really high and then you like bucket?
Water bucket clutch?
Water clutch.
No, it's just called a water glitch.
Water clutch.
It's water clutch.
Clutch.
Like bucket.
Because you clutch up.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, but so we had teams for Overwatch, Valorant. We had a Siege team, but it's cross-platform. They were all on Xbox, so that explains.
So were
how
they
that
between
went.
like Blue Valleys, like any schools in Kansas, or like how did that work?
It wasn't in Kansas. It depends on which game it was. Valorant, Overwatch was by region, so we were Midwest region.
Okay.
So Overwatch, we finished like 23rd in our region out of all like 300 teams.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
So that qualifies for playoffs, but Overwatch is the game that we had to have the most practice in order to get somewhere. We didn't really get that in. But for what we did, we got it pretty far. Valorant was probably our best team.
Who was on that team?
It was me, Mark Michael, Yesh, Truckamoody. And then I think near the end it was, because at the point we had Preston Jones, and I cannot remember the other guy's name, Quinn Bowling or something like that.
Yeah.
But now we have 2 more of the indie crew on here. I cannot remember their names. I feel so bad now. I can't remember their names.
What's the
One of them is Karthik. And I cannot remember the other one. I feel so bad now.
I'll get it.
Wasn't Shashir on one of the teams?
He tried doing online. He tried doing chess.
Online
he
chess.
did. I think he was like... No, so Owen was going to do it too, but what he said was, it's literally you having to wait there for an hour even though you know you're gonna win. That's how he phrased it. Because other people would use up all their time to think their moves, but Owen would win still.
Really?
So like, it's a lot. It's also like a big time commitment. because you're given set times of the week that you're able to play. But if you miss that goes in as a loss.
Yeah, that would be annoying.
Yeah, actually, it wouldn't go in as a loss. It wouldn't count, but it also wouldn't help us because other teams would get their win and be ahead.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I mean, that's all the questions I had for esports. That stuff is pretty cool. So, I mean, I'll leave this up to you. Where do you want to go next?
We can start going to the drugs.
Okay. So, go.
So, basically, I started getting into smoking and, like, nicotine, like, cigarettes in like, very, like, 6th grade to 7th grade summer, very lightly.
Okay.
Then 7th grade, I started getting 7th grade summer. Like, I wasn't doing any of this during the school year because I didn't want it to affect school.
Mm-hmm.
So it was all during the summer. So, like, 7th grade summer is when I started getting more into, like, the weed, the inhalants. Then that 8th grade to freshman year summer, that was the pills, the cocaine, and all that stuff. And that's when I started seeing it actually affecting school a lot more in that freshman year coming because... Like, I was able to maintain A's, but I had to start, like, trying a lot harder. Like, I wasn't able to hold on to memory much. And then it just started getting worse and worse from there. So I started, like the 8th grade, the 8th grade, the freshman year summer is, like, the only time I've done all those harder stuff. And after that, I was like, okay, I need to maintain some brain power for the rest of my life, so I can't really kill my brain now.
I know lots of people end up going that route because of stressors and stuff, and you were saying how there was a lot of pressure on you for, doing good in school and all that. Do you think that was probably one of the main factors that got you to start?
So ever since, like, 6th grade, I've been battling with on and off depression.
Okay.
So that was also one of the main reasons why I went into it. But
is this diagnosed? Or something that was just mental health related?
It was told to me by some expert at Cottonwood Health or something like that, where it's like they can't really give me like a prescription for it because it's on and off. So I can't constantly keep taking them because sometimes it won't be there and I will bring it in. So it's just more of I have to be able to find ways to control it and maintain it. And the way I found to maintain it at a younger age before I knew what it was getting high, getting my mind off of it. So that's why I started getting into it. Okay.
Got it. So then you said you went from the lighter things such as cigarettes and nicotine.
Yeah.
And then...
Freshman summer, it
was a whole lot of like pills, Xanax.
Was what you were doing before not cutting it? So you went stronger?
It just was, I was given... When you reach that high school level, you just, like, for some reason have that more opportunities to get it.
Okay.
Like, middle school, they're not going to sell them to kids. But in high school, they're like, okay. So I just basically had access to it.
Were you surrounded by people who were, like, you know how they say, like, you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with? Could you compare that to why you went this route?
I guess so, because the way I was able to get through it was through family gatherings over the summer. So basically, people would rent out, like, the Lenexa or the Latha Community Center to have, like, wedding parties, celebrating life parties. And there's this little playground outside the Lenexa Community Center where all the teenagers and kids would go because they didn't want to be in there with all the loud, crappy music. And then that's where I met some people, and that's when we started doing it.
Oh, so you would go...
I would go to a family gathering and then go outside.
Did you know these families?
No.
Okay, so you...
I didn't know... I knew the kids. I just didn't know the parents. Like, because we'd meet each other at other parties. Because all the families are friends. But I just never met their parents and all that stuff. I know them.
Oh, so your family was in the event.
Yeah, my family was in the event. Okay, I was there. No, I didn't just pull up to a random family event.
Yeah, I didn't know where you were. Okay.
And I was like a family event at my parents' friends or something. But I would get it there. But now, actually, it was a group of 5, which I find funny. About 5, but 4 of them are doing hard time right now. Okay. So that's also another thing that made me like, okay, maybe I shouldn't go down that route because I don't want to end up in the slammer. Yeah, that would not be good.
Not
be good. Yeah.
Okay, so that happened, And I lost my train of thought. Okay.
Were the four that are doing a hard time, are they like your age? Or?
No, they're older. They're like 2-3 years older.
Okay.
I've always found myself to fit in more with older people because, I don't know, just they have more of like a maturity sense older. Because I always when I was growing up, my cousin is 2 years older than me. I always was hanging out with her and her friends because I didn't have much friends and my family wouldn't let me go over to my cousin's house.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just used to talking to older people, I guess, since growing up. So that's just transferred to now.
Oh, yeah, I can totally relate to that because I was an only child until I was 11.
Yeah.
And I was always surrounded with older people. And I didn't have, like, a whole bunch of friends my age either.
Yeah.
It was all people older. So, yeah, I can totally relate to that. And my sister is, 11 years difference. So it's still pretty much older people.
I always think that me and my brother have a big difference. And I remember that you and your sister have that 11. You have double ours. We're like 6 years apart.
Yeah. It's crazy. My cousins are just now having a baby, and one of my cousins is 14 years old right now, and they're having a kid.
The 14-year-old?
No.
Wait,
the parents are having
okay,
a kid.
Dude, you set that up a little.
Words.
Wait, did I hear that right?
No, you did
No,
not,
so
you did not
the
hear that.
parents of a 14-year-old are having another kid.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, me, you, and they all thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I worded that wrong.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah,
It's alright.
let's not make it sound like a 14-year-old's giving birth. That's kind of...
No, that is not what's happening. Okay, so yeah, have you...
Any close...
Hmm?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you go.
You got it.
Any close run-ins with the Popo?
Well, funny enough, the only cops I've run into was after I was driving, and it was for driving a little over the speed limit. Like an 85 and a 45. Right? No.
Wow.
Right,
That
right in
is...
front of the school.
What?
That's just
Yeah.
a little bit.
And you got a ticket?
No.
Huh?
Wait,
No, so I'm driving down the street, right, going 85, because, like, my parents like, you gotta get home now. Like, they were, like, pissed. I don't know what they were pissed about, but I remember they were pissed. So I'm like, I gotta get the fuck home, because I ain't trying to have shit happen to me right now, because I, like, just bought my new laptop. It was, like, when I got my new laptop, I was starting to drive and all that stuff. I'm like, I ain't having them try to take that away. It's like, I gotta get home. So I'm booking it, and this cop pulls me over. Young guy, like, fresh out of the academy, like, young kid.
Okay.
And I go, hey, man, Asian parents, please just let me go. They're gonna kill me, man. I'm supposed to be home at 10. It's 10:15, bro. Please. He goes, I get it. Just don't go that fast again. I'm like, yes, sir. And I went home.
What?
They were pissed because I left my light on. That's what I remember. They were pissed because
They
I left the light in my bathroom on.
Wow.
Yeah.
You had to come home for that?
Yeah. I almost got a ticket because my light was on.
That's
Yeah.
tough.
85 and a 45, Jesus Christ.
So that's the only time you've ever, like, had an interaction with the police?
And then, so the other night, me and my buddies, we were out in Missouri off Botts Road at like some intersection. He just went to the fireworks shop, so he had like a ton of mortars and stuff.
Yeah.
We grabbed a traffic cone.
As you do.
Yeah, so it's like an intersection in the middle of like nowhere.
Were you gonna hold up on your shoulder type thing?
Nobody has something like that. I'll get into
Dude,
it in a
you
little
hold
bit.
up on your shoulder and...
So you put the mortar under the cone in the middle of the intersection. There's no houses nearby. We make sure we're not like disrupting anyone. First one goes off. It takes the bottom like heavy like black bit. Completely apart from the cone itself. Then we get another mortar, put it under the cone, light that when we all book it. It gets up in the air. The cone gets up in the air. The mortar stays on the ground, like the explosion part. Then all of a sudden it goes, psh, and it goes right back at us. Then all of a sudden, like 2 minutes later, we see this really bright SUV going up the hill at us. Then I'm like out of it at this time. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I'm like in awe. Then I see two of my friends book it. I'm like, shit. I'm not just gonna stand here.
Was there a car there?
It was a cop. It was a cop.
Well, no, did you guys have a car there?
Yeah, we had his fucking monster truck of a Land. He basically put like double the size of tires on a Land Cruiser, so it can like run over like anything.
Yeah.
So we had that out there, but it doesn't really go fast. It's just like heavy duty.
Yeah.
No, so we started booking into the woods. And then I see one of the guys go back. I'm like, wait, that guy has keys to the truck. My keys are in his car. So I run back, and it turns out the cop is just one girl by herself on patrol, and it's 4 teenage guys. Like, she's not gonna want to try to do anything. She's like, just get out of here. We'll probably write you something. Then we just book it out of there. Because he doesn't have plates for his car. Like, the plates are, like, expired. There's no registration.
Ooh.
So
yeah.
she couldn't have done much. Like, you'd have just drove off.
She could have literally just brought us all in for reckless endangerment and all that stuff. And, like, driving possibly a stolen car and whatnot because it has no registration.
Mm-hmm.
But then we got off scot-free. And we thought, hey, you know what's a really good idea after we almost got arrested?
Oh, no.
Let's go back.
Let's go to this random crane that they left the keys in and operate it. It's not one of those big cranes. One of those, like, ones where they carry the people in the basket up and down.
Yeah.
So we were like...
Wait. Is it the one where
The angled one?
No. It's the one that has an arm and a basket at the end of the arm.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's one of those.
What?
It's like...
carries people?
It's for when you're, like, doing, like, something outside of the building.
Oh,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. They have them at, like, school
repair
and stuff
people?
sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. But it's not one of those ones that goes straight up. It goes, like, it has, like, an arm that goes out. And
The ones that they use to repair power lines with?
Yeah. So we were in that. We got it up in the air. And I kind of thought to myself, you know what would be really cool? If I just piss off the edge here.
Yeah, as you do, right?
I know. So we got as high as I could stand because I don't do heights. So I just...
What we did at the hotel.
So I'm just off the edge.
Pissing off heights is the best thing.
I know, right? No, as we're going down, we see the security for the place pull up because it was like a corporate building.
Oh, you were at a corporate building?
It was a corporate building because it was like in the corner of the parking lot, like right by the exit. So like, if we need to leave, we could leave. But security started chasing us out.
And you were up there pissing?
Oh, we were just coming down after I pissed.
Okay.
I was like, oh my god, thank God. I was like, thank God I finished pissing.
Damn!
He's just like, that's a good stream.
Damn!
He's trying to line up there too.
No, he just tases the stream.
Bro, if that works somehow, that's the most like Looney Tunes thing I've ever seen.
No! It's pouring rain right here!
Why is it yellow?
Why is it yellow?
No, I've heard if you piss on an electric fence, it like shocks you.
Noted.
I guess you'd probably have to have like a solid stream though.
I'm about to say, you gotta be touching with your tip, or you have a pure solid stream, because it
With
breaks
your
apart.
tip?
With your tip. Now, so going back to what you said, Alec, about putting it over your shoulder. So they have like a homemade RPG launcher that shoots out mortars.
Nice.
It's a big PVC pipe,
Nice.
and he like launches mortars out of it. So this one guy said, I want to try it. So the way it works is there's like a screw in to stop the water from going all the way down.
Yeah.
But there's also a hole there to alleviate the pressure so it doesn't just blow up.
Mm-hmm.
My friend covered that with his finger. So when it went off,
Blew up.
it didn't it still went off, but it still like went. He didn't firmly hold it in. It was like loosely over, so all the heat from it went right in, like burned his finger open right on his like right hand. So he had to get stitches, which was really stupid because
From a mortar burn. That sounds painful.
It was. I have the video. He's just yelling and jumping around. What really sucks is because he's a pitcher. He's a right-handed pitcher, and he just got his scholarship. Got accepted to Mid-America to play baseball there, and it was the day of his grad party, and he did that to his hand. So in my head, I'm like, bro, is this gonna like somehow stop you from getting in? Like, is they not gonna let you on the team with this? Because like it stitches on his main dominant pitching hand.
Yeah.
But I
Just don't tell him.
Like, he's fine though, but he was just really stupid.
He'd just be out for a couple weeks.
He's back throwing again already.
Yeah.
It's like, I think 4 weeks ago it happened.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say the PVC pipe just exploded.
Oh no, his hand's gone. His hand's
Yeah.
gone. It was everywhere. No, I was literally telling him, like, bro, you're lucky. Your finger could be gone right now. Because if he held it tighter, his finger was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Alright, so we have a couple more notes here.
Alright.
I'm not sure what all else you have, but I want to go over you dropping out of high school
Yeah. Not one of my fondest moments.
in like the last month of senior year.
So basically, the first part of first semester, I was like doing good. I was passing my classes, didn't have a care. I'd go to work after school, I'd come back home, hang with my girlfriend at the time and all that. And then November happened, we broke up, and I kind of was like in this like depressive state. Like, it wasn't bad. I was still going to school.
Mm-hmm.
I was still just getting through it. But then like that winter, it hit like really hard, and I had no motivation to go to class anymore. So I was barely at school from like one class in person. I didn't do any of my online classes because I didn't have motivation to do that. I was just getting high and just like literally just to get my mind off of it.
Mm-hmm. Was this that same girl that was from Georgia?
Yes, it is
Okay.
the same girl. Yeah. So then I like was failing all my classes. Like if I went back to my grades right now, I have no grade that is passing. Everything I think is under a 40%.
Okay, so was it... What made you decide to drop out? Was it because it was bad grades and you didn't want to get them up?
It's because I knew that even if I gave them 100% effort, I could not get them back up. Like, it was possible for me to get them back up, but what I needed to do it was not possible for me.
Okay.
I'd have to get, like, my teacher said, like, a 98% on every assignment and test.
Mm-hmm.
From, like, February, like, not February, like, March onwards. I had to, like, be almost perfect on everything for all my classes.
To just get a passing grade?
Yeah, to manage a D.
Huh.
And I'm like, I cannot manage that with 5 other classes having to be perfect on every single one.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think the best decision right now is for me to drop out and just work and like get into a rhythm. And back in the fall, I'm going through some sort of program in Olathe to finish the credits I need and graduate and get a diploma instead of a GED.
It would be a full year credit though, right? Since it's high school.
I don't know what the thing is fully. All I know is that she said it's an online class. I can do it at the pace I can, and like whenever I finish, I can go get my diploma and like all that stuff. I just don't know the full process of it.
Yeah, I have a couple of friends who also like dropped out of school and they're also doing like online classes, and so it's like, well, I've been looking for like some summer jobs and stuff recently that are a little like better paying, not just like restaurants and stuff.
Yeah.
And every single one has a requirement like high school GED.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, college is one thing, but you really need a high school diploma.
Like a diploma or GED just to even make like a job to live off of.
Yeah.
That's why I have an internship lined up later this year if I'm able to finish my diploma credits in time. I'll be able to go into that. But if not, I might be stuck until I can like study up for my GED and get that done.
That's good. That is good to hear. What was it? Okay, this is just me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wondering where do you go to drop out? You just like go to the front desk and be like, "Yo, I'm leaving."
That's actually a really good
Wait,
question.
Actually, I don't know fully because the way I did it, I just went to talk to my counselor.
And you're just like, I'm done.
And then that happened. I think she had to have a formal sit down with my parents. So I had my parents and my uncle and my cousin over to help like translate for my dad. But that's when we brought in Mr. Zimmerman, and then we talked about the process of dropping out and opportunities and whatnot. So I think you have to bring it up to your counselor or something first, and then initiate the whole meeting and talking it over.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was like, how do you, like, what do you just...
I never thought about that.
I never thought about
I kind of just like, hey, I don't think I'm going to be coming back to school. I never thought about the full process of dropping out.
Yeah, you're just like, I don't think I can pass these classes.
I don't think
so
I can
I'm not
physically
gonna be
pass
coming.
this. I'm not going to waste my time coming to school and trying for something I'm not going to fully do when I can be working during
That's a good ass reason, though, right? That's a good reason to drop out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm not getting anything out of it. It's just going to be hell delayed.
Yeah. That's valid.
Yeah.
Well, you also wanted to talk about some of your relationships.
Yeah, okay. What me and she had at the time, it was what I needed to honestly survive.
Okay.
Because when I met her, it was also one of the bad episodes where I was like really like, I had no one to talk to. Everyone else had their own groups, and I was kind of just like left out.
How did you meet her? Because
At
she
Chipotle.
lives at where?
She didn't live there. She lived here. She went to high school at Blue Valley High before she graduated.
Oh,
from
and
there.
then she
moved
graduated.
to
And then
Georgia.
she went to the school down in Georgia. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, but we met at work one day. Was that your toe?
Is that your knee?
My knee.
No, so we met at Chipotle one day at work, and then that's how that went. Like, she was like really like gave me like attention, and, like was someone to talk to at first, and then like started turning into more of that. And honestly, I probably wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for her right now.
Okay.
But she also kind of like broke me for a good bit. Like spring break, like that's when I made the final decision after I tried to end it all. That's when I made the final decision, like, okay, school's not a good place for me right now. So that's when I officially did the I'm dropping out thoughts and like getting into work and like so that happened. But having a relationship like that, if you can find a way to make it last, like for me, it probably would have saved me a lot of time. I wouldn't have to be going back in the fall for that, but everything happens for a reason, honestly. I don't know what the fuck the reason is for this, but I'm getting through it. I'm gonna get past it. It's just, I think I've gone through the hard part. It's just more of like time away from relationships and whatnot.
Well, it's definitely good when you are able to get to the point where you are content by yourself.
Yeah.
And not having to rely on it. Because you said that you got into the relationship like because you were missing something.
I was missing something in my life, and she helped me like find it. And then I didn't fully find it. Like her being there was part of it. But like I think more now after like what I've been through in the past like year, I'm more content with like, hey, I'm still alive now with what I've done in the past.
Yeah, the fact that you have gotten through that, gotten through that, and you're here still, and you're good, and you're chilling.
No, because literally like, I think it was like prom night. Like I think it was like the night of prom. It was when I tried.
Okay. Yeah, because she wasn't with you.
No, it wasn't. I was just like in my room feeling really alone. Everyone else went out with their groups and like everyone had their dates and everyone had their friends, and I'm just kind of like there. So I'm like sitting in my room by myself, and like I really didn't want to be there anymore. I tried once there, and like it didn't work out. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is a sign. So I went out for like a night drive. Going a little speeding this time, actually a little speeding. I was like going like 15 over max.
Okay.
Just driving around, taking really, really sharp turns, seeing if I would just flip over, but it would never happen. And at that point, I took it as like a sign, and where okay, maybe this isn't supposed to happen. Then I started calling people. Like no one's picking up, and then Mark picks up. And that moment, like okay, maybe there's some people out there that like actually are there for you for me and whatnot.
Yeah, no, I want to commend you for getting through that, because that shit is hard.
It is.
Everyone feels it in some form of way, some worse than others, but everyone can relate to that in some way.
I also want to give like big props to Nevaeh Knapp, because after I called Mark, I'm like sitting there thinking about it still. This song comes on, and like the lyrics that I'm hearing, it's like, okay, I'm not okay. I need to get help with this. I can't keep doing this by myself. So I'm like texting her, and she's friends with my cousin, Maddie. So she reached out to Maddie, and Maddie came to pick me up, and then I was able to go back home with them and like stay with them for a bit and like get out of it, because my parents at the time were like not into mental health and like didn't know much about it, and just thinking it was me being lazy when I just didn't have any motivation to get out of my room, to get up and do all that stuff.
Yeah, that's good. You also mentioned music. Have you? I know you're big into music.
Music is literally my everything. I'm literally playing a song over and over right now to flex on someone in the group chat over listening music, like minutes on a song.
Wait, say that again.
So I'm grinding. I'm listening to the same song over and over to flex on this group chat of like this group
it's
of
like
fans.
a competition who can listen to a song more.
No, it's just like I'm a bigger fan than you. I have this many.
Oh
minutes.
yeah.
So right now I'm number 3, I think, in the world listening of this song right now with like 6,000 minutes.
What's the song?
Wait. I can find it out, because I'm friends with you on Spotify, and I see you listening to music 24/7.
This is something Gavin talked a lot about too.
Is it Pressure?
Yes, it is Pressure by Machine Gun Kelly.
By Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Gavin said like certain albums got him through certain times in his life.
Like, what's really cool about this was I went to MGK's concert literally like 2 weeks after the whole thing went down, and I was like, I had this whole sign and everything. It was like, you saved my life 2 weeks ago today, because it was another one of the songs that came on that made me finally like reach out for help. And I feel like without music, I wouldn't have been so okay now. Like music has honestly carried me throughout a lot of moments.
I can relate to that too. I have not gotten as deep as some things, but the music is definitely the way that I go to get me through stuff. Like I love it. And
Really, some nights I'll just go into my Chipotle parking lot and I'll just sit in my car just listening to music.
Yeah, it gets your mind off the stuff, makes you feel a certain way, and
Bro, carpool karaoke's the best.
tell me about it.
Bro.
I don't like songs that I don't know the words to.
Oh, my favorite moment of carpool karaoke, it was the night we were going through with the rocket launcher in the Land Cruiser, right? He had the windows down. It was very warm that night.
Just jamming.
Yeah, so me, my friend who's driving, and one girl in the back, we all like got outside, sat on our doors, like sat outside the car. The guy driving did as well too, by the way. They were just both outside the car driving, and he's just blasting "Party in the USA."
Yeah.
And they're just driving down the street. It was a Friday night, so everyone out driving was like the chill people, right?
Yeah.
So we had to come to a stoplight. It's like 135th and something. There's like this car next to us, like right here in the right turn lane. They're like, hell yeah. You see people across the street going, like, yeah.
Yeah, vibing with that, dude. There's nothing better. Pulling up at a stoplight, and you're jamming, and you just look over to the car next to you, and you're just like, yeah.
They're jamming too.
The best feeling, go to a Waffle House, like, late at night, bring, like, a couple bucks in cash, and put it into the jukebox. With some Taylor Swift, bro. It's a vibe.
I will say I've never been to Waffle House.
I haven't either.
I can't eat Waffle House.
Last night.
Yeah, I was like, are you sure it's a good idea to go to Waffle House?
Yeah, it's like,
Not
go to
anymore.
Waffle House at night. I'm like,
I don't
that's
anymore.
not the story I heard.
Well, in Kansas, it's fun. If you go to Missouri, you're risking it.
Yeah, I bet it gets pretty sketchy. I've seen lots of videos.
I just don't know because I can't go to Waffle House. I'm allergic.
Dude, I've never been there.
Oh,
And
you a gluten-free kid.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be killed by literally bread?
He doesn't
kinda
get
rough.
killed.
We
He
talk
just
about
gets the
this
runs.
every damn episode. We
Really?
talk
I
about
get-
food, and Alex just
It's
says
like
that
the
he can't.
equivalent of when your brother drank a bunch of the water at Laos.
Oh. You need a diaper?
Like, it get pretty bad.
No, imagine there's a prank one day. Someone just, like, inserting gluten straight into your food without telling you.
My mom did that on accident.
What did she give you?
This was last year. she bought a new brand of bread. It was like Rudy's or something.
She was like, Alex,
She was
try
like,
it.
you gotta try this new gluten-free bread, Alex. I mean, it is delicious. Love you, Mom. It was on accident. You're good. I was like, so I was eating it for like a week or two, and I've been,
Oh no.
A week?
Oh, no.
and I was like getting this shit so bad I couldn't figure it out. And my dad like began to wonder as well. So he goes and reads like all the stuff I usually eat, and the first ingredient is enriched flour. The very first ingredient.
Oh
'cause
yeah, that's what's
But
in
did
bread.
it taste good?
It tastes pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I love
That's
you.
tough.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Whoa, big
Amy was
topic.
just trying to spice it up a little bit.
Dude. My cousin does that too. She does it on purpose though. She tries to fuck me over.
Really?
Yeah. Last time she said the graham crackers were gluten free when we were making s'mores at the lake. They weren't.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway,
Go fuck yourself,
Uh,
Taryn.
we'll leave this up to you. Do you have anything else you
I
would
don't
like
have
to
anything
talk
else
about?
to add, but if y'all are free to ask me any questions, I will answer to the best of my legal capability.
Well,
What's your
I'm seeing on
opinions?
here there's something about an abortion.
Oh no, I just put that down.
Do we not want to talk about that?
No, I just
Okay.
put that
I
down
can
for
cut
shits
it.
and giggles.
That's not real.
Oh no, I just
Okay, no. I don't know what it is. It just say abortion?
That's what Alex typed.
yeah.
Wait, he has something. Let him talk.
Okay, so back in Cali, like a couple years, like a good bit ago, I was with my uncle who's rich, so he was going to like a rich house party at someone else's house. I don't know the house. I'm just visiting. So I'm kind of there just like vibing. And these two girls bring me over to another room. I cannot remember their names. It was like 6-7 years ago.
Okay.
I was hella young now that I think about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say 7 years
Yeah,
ago. That's...
it was at least 6 years ago. So I was like 12 maybe.
Okay.
So yeah, and like that whole thing goes down. So I'm not quite sure if I like possibly have like a child out there.
You were 12.
You were
I was 12.
You had a threesome.
Yes.
Holy shit.
That is sick.
Oh, like that?
How old were they?
They were on the same age.
Oh, okay.
What?
No, they were actually 25.
Dude, that's what I was expecting.
No, they were like around my age, but that was
That's
just me thinking
crazy.
about like in the back of my head, like I really could have a kid out there someday. That's why when you said abortions, the first thing that came to mind, I'm like, I don't know how y'all know about that.
I struck gold.
I haven't touched much people.
Alex just wrote random words down.
I just wrote a random
Really?
word down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? That's
It's probably not likely, but there is like a very slight chance.
well.
Which I hope not.
If you're watching this,
I'm not your father. Go home.
Mrs. or Mr. Luangkhot,
Longcock.
Mr. or Mrs. Luangkhot, if you're out there listening to this, we have found your father. We are the new Jerry Springer.
I don't want you though. Go home.
If you're like 6 years old and watching this, like,
If you're
stop.
6, you probably watch Bluey. I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore.
All right. So if we don't have anything else to say, we have a thing at the end of every episode.
12. We'll get there someday. I mean, if you try hard enough.
And Daniel McCabe asks you, what are your top 3 favorite fast food restaurants and why?
Oh, fast food restaurant shit. Fuck.
You used to give me free Chipotle, and I loved it.
Yeah. Honestly,
I mean, no. Sorry.
I did not do any of the last stated.
Yeah.
Wait, whatever happened to you working at Target?
I still work at Target.
You were still doing like the
work
week, right?
Yeah,
That's
I work,
Super Target, right?
I work at Super Target during the week, and I went back to Chipotle because I wanted the discounts.
Yeah, because I've seen you there a couple times.
50%
You still live?
off.
You still work there?
Yeah.
The
On
one
Saturdays.
Yeah, 151st. Yeah, on Saturdays.
we got the hookup.
But 3 favorite.
No,
fast
there's no
food
hookup,
restaurants.
guys.
No hookup.
Nope.
Nothing's going on.
Nope. Just triple pointers, 3 pointers.
3 pointers, just 3 pointers. Nah, but like, I don't know about fast food spots. Chipotle, I don't know if I can name them in order, but Chipotle's on there, McDonald's is on there because I just get McDonald's so much and it's just so close to my house.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
But
I
for the
could
third
eat
one?
at 3 fast food restaurants.
Baby Bop,
Baby Bop's
Chipotle.
not fast food. Is Baby Bop considered fast food
No.
restaurant?
No.
No, it's just.
Gotta have a
Why not?
drive-thru.
Then Chipotle is not
Chipotle?
considered.
Chipotle has a
Chipotle is
drive-thru.
not considered fast food if
Chipotle has a
Baby
drive-thru.
Bop's
They have a
not.
drive-thru.
Chipotle has a drive-thru. It's fast food.
In Olathe.
Where?
In Olathe. Yeah, I know.
Some
They have a
Chipotles have
drive-thru.
drive-thrus, yeah.
I've never seen a Chipotle drive-thru.
That's what I
in my
said
life.
until I saw them like a year ago. I'm like, what the fuck? What is that? What that even
Okay,
is?
so Chick-fil-A.
Chipotle.
Chipotle and Hawaiian Bros.
Yeah.
Boom.
Is there a 4th?
There's probably a lot.
What's a really good fast food joint that
I
I
don't think
don't know. I don't really have fast food a lot. If anything, I either get McDonald's, Chipotle, or I cook it myself.
What do you like to cook?
Oh, that actually depends. Something like I'm more into like Italian food. Italian food's my shit.
Yeah.
I like rice.
Yeah.
Not to be like a race joke. But I'm allergic to gluten, so I eat rice.
I was waiting to see where it was going. Like,
I eat rice.
It's just
all
one of the
time.
few things he can eat.
It's one of the few carb sources I have.
No, but I swear to God, like, whenever I worked there the first time, that was when Chipotle was at its best.
Oh, that Chipotle sucks.
Dude, the one on
So
151st
ass
does not give very much meat out. I swear to God.
Unless I'm there.
I give like half. I give
That's
like
not
half
the
portions.
point. It's the quality of the food.
No, literally, unless I'm
I'm
there.
fat. I go there for the amount of food.
I'm telling you. Like, when I first worked there, I'd be basically doing the line, cash, grill. So everything everything they get from there would be something to do with me. And now I
So
kind of
you
don't
fucked
do
up the
that.
rice every time?
No, that
God
wasn't
damn
me.
it, Jayden.
That wasn't me.
Oh,
I haven't done rice in like a year and a half.
they messed up the rice.
Yeah. No, the rice cooker is so ass there. Literally, you'll start it. Then it'll turn off. And you'll think, oh, it's going still. And you'll pick up the lid, like, after a certain amount of time, like, oh, nothing happened.
Ah.
So literally half the time they're having to like, recook the rice. But even if it's done correctly, no one
Yeah, that's
actually
Chipotle.
puts enough water in there.
Fix your damn rice cooker.
Fix the fucking rice cooker.
Anyway, thank you, Jayden,
Wait,
for
what is his
coming
top
on
3?
the podcast. That was his third.
Wait, can you say it again?
There's McDonald's, Chipotle, and
McDonald's, Chipotle.
Italian from his house.
Yeah.
Italian food from my house that gets thrown out the window to me, so let's drive through. There you go.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you, Jayden. I appreciate you wanting to come on. Your story is very powerful. We enjoyed it, and everyone needs to know your story because it is worth listening to.
Yeah, 12-year-old threesome.
Yeah, the 12-year-old threesome.
That is just so cool. Am I the only one who thinks that's
Like,
so cool?
everyone thinks it's so cool. Like, so they think it's cool, weirded out. I'm just like, it kind of happened. I'm like, I don't consider it a bad thing. It's just something that happened that I didn't know what it was at the time, like, fully.
It's a great thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I appreciate you.
Thank you, Jayden.
Thank you. Thank you for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing to Taking Flight. Appreciate you. Adios.